Hi guys, welcome back to the podcast, and you're listening to the Traveling Pants of a Single Mom. And I got my peoples here, Jason and Tasha. Say hey, y'all.
Yo.
Hey.
So what's been going on, peoples?
Y'all tell me, y'all been in Mexico and partying up. Y'all been in Key West partying. I've been here in Orlando. Y'all left me, man.
We was living. We had a good time.
According to Tasha, we living our best life.
Living our best life all 2018.
Yes.
So how was that? How was that?
Yeah, fun.
We had too much fun.
Y'all thought about me?
I mean,
you see?
We did. It was like
you see?
If Jason was here on the table
right
now.
Or when we was riding the scooters, we was like, yo, this would be mad dope. The cast of the Traveling Pants of a Single Mom just, you know what I'm saying, going down Key West Street.
Y'all trying to gas people ahead, man.
Nah, but it was fun. It was a good time. Me and Tasha, as usual, out there.
Yeah, we did.
I was peeping y'all through Instagram and Facebook and all that.
So you living your life.
I was vicariously.
Yeah.
You
You
know
see, you don't have Snap. It was
Nah.
more on Snap. Like Snap, my Snap was popping.
I don't do Snapchat and Twitter and all that. You know what I'm saying?
I need you to get with it. So let's get to it. You know, right now, Black Panther just came out this weekend. One of the that joint sell off.
Yeah.
Yo, it broke records.
Yeah.
I'm happy. I'm happy that it broke records. How do you feel about the movie?
I loved it. I feel like it was dope. I liked how the woman's position in the movie.
Yes.
The women were strong. Yes.
I said that when I said that.
Yes. So that was like one of my best points. Is that the women were strong in the movie.
Right,
they stood behind their men and they, you know what I'm saying? Like they played a strong position. It wasn't like they were sitting in the background just crying and pitiful, like they can't do nothing for themselves. You know what I'm saying? It was like when they took my man,
to Jala?
Yes.
Yeah.
And the girl was like, I love him.
Yeah.
So you know what I'm saying? Like, nah, I'm about to, you know?
Yeah, I'm about to put up a fight.
And
it was gangster.
That was one of my favorite parts. Also, the beautiful black people. Everybody in there was just beautiful, strong. The storyline was great. Some people feel, you know, I've seen some stuff on social media. Some people felt like all the storyline just showed people betraying each other, but I really didn't get that from it.
As far as, you mean like black people betraying?
Right.
Well, I think for me, I when I was watching it, I felt like it did have a message to it, and it kind of did. To me, it showed that in my eyes, because I'm like, that's basically what it is. Like, this is how we live. We fight against our own brothers and sisters.
Right.
And so I think they kind of put that concept in the movie to show us that's exactly what we do on a day-to-day basis.
Right.
So, I mean, you know what's so funny? So I'm into comics, Marvel comics, but not maybe I know about X-Men and Hulk and stuff like Superman and stuff.
Right.
But I feel ashamed. I did not really know about the Black Panther character. So, you know, when this Black Panther stuff was coming out, I'm like, all right, what's the whole outrage of this movie? You know, what's the big deal? So I'm thinking it's like some other type stuff until I started seeing, because y'all know I don't have. For y'all out there, I do not watch television. So just in case you're like, what? You didn't see this? I don't have a TV at home. Well, I have a TV, but I just don't watch television. That's my choice. I haven't watched it in 5 years. So
that's good.
I didn't see, like, you know, all the commercials and stuff going on. I just heard people talking about Black Panther. So I thought it was more like actually like Black Panther. Like I didn't know it was like a comic type movie. And when I seen it, I'm like, well, you know what? They still kind of portrayed it, and even though it's a comic type movie, they still kind of show Black power in the movie and what's going on in the world today. So I thought it was awesome.
I did too. I mean, I do say, I feel like there was a sense of betrayal, I guess, with the dad killing the uncle.
Right.
And then the uncle, I guess, betrayed them because he stole what's that thing called?
The vibranium.
Yeah, the vibranium.
Yeah.
But what I liked about the whole thing was that Takanda, that's his name? T'Challa.
T'Challa, yeah.
T'Challa, he he felt bad for what his dad did. And I feel like he kind of wanted to make his right with his cousin.
Right.
Like he wanted to make right. He didn't feel good in his soul. Like he wasn't bitter too. Like, well, I'm gonna be bitter because he bitter and just be angry. And no, he understood his anger. He understood and felt where he was coming from. Right. And I like that. You know what I'm saying? And I think that resonated with me. I don't know why, but I just like the fact that I saw that he felt where he was coming from and he was remorseful and he wanted to make right. And somebody asked me today, do you think the other dude, he dead? Because, you know, they kind of left it. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, when he died, I was kind of like, yo, like, what's going on? Because I thought, me not growing up, I was never into comic books. Mm-hmm. My mother wouldn't allow me to read comic books. So all this Superman, He-Man, He-Man not part of it, pardon me, but Hulk and all this stuff. Like, I just heard about Black Panther a few years ago. Mm-hmm. I never knew that there was a Black Panther character, whatever. So I don't know the whole storyline behind the comic and all that, but when I saw Killmonger die, I was like, yo, like, he's a dude I felt. Mm-hmm. Because the way he is, that's how I think. Right? So I feel like, and there's some parts of the movie that I didn't like. There's some parts of it that I love. I love totally.
What did you like?
What I did not like? Mm-hmm. And here goes me, like, I'm an analyzer. Mm. Historically, our radical leaders have to die, right? So our radical leaders are always looked at as the crazy hothead dude, right? Our radical leaders were never really able to bring to fruition their ideas. Mm-hmm. Hence our situation right now. Right. So, growing up, I was always, as a kid, I'm a big fan of Martin Luther King, who I see T'Challa as. Right. He's a kind of a Martin Luther King-esque kind of character in this movie, where I see Killmonger. He's a fusion, like a Malcolm X, Huey P. Newton, Marcus Garvey as type of character. And those leaders America is not comfortable with. Right. Mm-hmm. They're comfortable with Martin Luther King because he preached nonviolence. He preached get slapped and take it. Where X taught otherwise. Right. Get slapped, slap back. Right. Mm-hmm. We're in war. If you're in war, you have to fight. Mm-hmm. You're not gonna be in war and just stand up still. You have to act. Right. And I saw Killmonger as that radical. Now, Malcolm X started off a kind of ways where he was so radical. You know, of course, America's gonna be afraid of him or intimidated by him and his ideas and his followers. Martin Luther King is a polarized. They're two very polarized individuals in their thinking. Right. At the same time, though, I feel like we do Martin Luther King a disservice because we teach a snapshot of him and his ideas. You know what I'm saying? We only teach the part of him. All we know about Martin Luther King is I have a dream. Right. Tell me anything else about him. Like, before he was, and the reason why he was killed is because his message started to change. He started becoming more radical where Malcolm X started, I don't want to say softening up because he never softened up, but his message changed and they were kind of meeting in the middle. Right. They were. But we don't teach that about Martin Luther King. We don't teach about his radicalization before he died. You know what I'm saying? And I just look at those two characters as as being those polarized individuals, and I think that I just hated the fact that Killmonger had to die. If he's gonna come back to life or whatever, I don't know, because I don't know the storyline.
Yeah.
But he was my favorite character in that story.
I like that breakdown.
He was my favorite character. One thing that I really loved was my queens.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Like these shorties was on point, and the thing is, they're actually based off of the partially. They're based off of the homie Amazons. So the homie Amazons were female warriors. They were considered at their time the most dangerous women on the planet.
Oh wow!
And mind you, they're Amazons. So what was my girl who came out with a movie last year? Wonder Woman.
Right.
What is she?
An Amazon?
She's an Amazon. How's she an Amazon though? She African? You know what I'm saying?
Y'all seen? Wait, hold on. Not to change the theory, but y'all seen the little Nefertiti thing that they came out with?
Yeah,
oh God! Oh Lord!
Of course.
But go ahead. Let's get back to Black Panther. I just want to throw that out there because you had said that. I was like, really? But go ahead.
But yeah, that whole situation with Warmonger, I was not feeling that. Our radicals don't need to die. There's a place for them.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Another part of the movie I did not like either was I was told to stay after the credits. So I stayed. Did y'all stay for the part where
he went to the UN? Got up and then
when he went to the what?
To the UN.
And then what happened?
And he said that he's gonna share the vibrating with the world. Yo, I got a problem with that because Africa has been raped for centuries.
Right.
And I understand this is a movie. It's fiction. However, art imitates life.
Right.
And that same art is used to control minds.
Right.
There's a message in there.
You know what I'm saying? There's a message.
Right.
So Africa is being raped for centuries. First, it was raped with manpower. Then is raped for is diamonds and gold, which does not benefit Africa, the richest continent on this planet. But their resources don't benefit them. It benefits everyone else around the world. Europe, America, the world would not be the world if it was not for Africa.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And so my man is gonna go share the uranium with the vibranium with the world. Come on, get out of
wasn't that what Killmonger wanted to do?
At the UN? Well, Killmonger wanted to do it, but with all of, because you have to remember, Killmonger represents us. He represents the people in the diaspora.
Right.
That's all the people that are outside of Africa, or the black people, the Brazilians, West Indian people, people in England, all the places where black people were dropped off. He represents us.
Okay.
And T'Challa represents people on the continent who never left.
Okay.
Or who were never taken.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And if you look at us in real life, there's a rift between us and them.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? And even I was watching an interview, and he was saying Michael B. Jordan, I think it was. He was saying that he hopes that sends a message that we need to bridge the gap between us, because at the end of the day, I don't care. Like, people, all this wearing African clothes and African shirt, whatever. I've been doing that. Exactly. There ain't nothing new for me. I've been like that since I was like 12 years old.
Right.
I've embraced the fact that I'm an African being. You know what I'm saying? I'm an African individual. If you took the United States out of this equation, out of this world, I would still be here.
Right.
If you took Trinidad off of this planet, I would still be here. But if you took Africa away off this planet, I would cease to exist.
Right.
And the three of us here would cease to exist.
Right.
So at the end of the day, we're African, period.
They don't see it like that though.
Nah.
And that, like you said, there's a gap. And I've never known that Africans do. Some of them do have an issue with it. It's almost like, well, kind of like fraud. Like you go down, you're not us.
Yeah.
And so we come up in there and like you said, the sheikies and all of that going on, and I ain't gonna lie, I was getting tired of seeing pictures with the dashikis on. I said, if I see one more screenshot with somebody with dashikis on, but you know, that's
why I did my all black.
But that's what we are though.
But
you know what I'm saying? That's what we are.
You know, people were representing, which is good. Everybody was representing. But at the end of the day, yeah, they really don't. They don't see it's the same, and that's what. And that you're right. That represented the movie too, because it's kind of, you notice even when they showed us that, even with the way that he spoke, like the language, like you notice he had more of like the where was he from again? He was what was it in New York?
He's from Compton, I think.
Compton. Okay, that's what it was in Compton. Well, I thought it was in New York.
Yeah.
No. He was in California.
It was in Compton, in California. So they gave him kind of that, like, you know, that
real street.
Street.
Yeah.
Street, he had that the whole time. So
well, but I mean, because that's all he knew though. He didn't know Wakanda.
Nah, well, he knew from his father.
He knew from his
father.
But
he wouldn't have had the accent though, because he.
Yeah, but I mean,
I think the way they made the movie, they made him to represent, like he said, like Jason said, to represent us, and it made sense. Right. Mm-hmm. You know how he was carrying on, and even there's was one time when he was like, and I think that's everybody's favorite part. The part when he was talking about he'd rather,
that was the hardest line in the movie.
I swear,
right, and it was kind of like, dang, you know, but it was, he spoke for a lot of angry black people that, you know.
But I felt his anger. You know, I don't know.
I
felt his anger.
But you have to feel his anger if you grew up in our society.
Right.
You have to.
It was like, when he said that, it just the whole movie was like, it set it off. Like that he made that statement, bury me in the sea. Like I'd rather die.
Well, you said I'd rather bury me in the sea. I'd rather die than to be in bondage or something like that.
Yes,
but remember, a lot of African people who were coming over in the Middle Passage, they jumped overboard.
Mm-hmm. He said, "Bury me in the ocean with my ancestors who jumped from ships because they knew death was better than bondage."
Right. Right.
When he said that, it just took the movie to a whole nother level. And I never thought about the movie how Jason just broke it down, but now I understand where that when he said that, I understand why I felt it. And then, normally when it's a villain, you don't have no feelings for the villain. It's like, you just need that villain dead. Hurry up and get that villain dead. But it was just something about him that I felt like as if I knew him and I understood his anger and his pain. And now that Jason broke it down, I understand now why I felt so connected to him, even though he was the bad guy.
Right.
But I mean, why do we say bad guy though?
You right. I mean,
I ain't seen nothing bad about him.
I guess in the movie, I feel like they tried to portray, but again, I agree. I didn't feel like I felt his anger. I felt him.
Well, they always have to have in movie making. Just because I have a friend that used to be a producer. Yeah. But there's always you always have like a
good and a bad.
Yeah, it's not even a good and a bad. I forgot. I can't do it in production terminology that they have it, but. Normally, there's always a person because that's how movies are. You gotta have that one person that's standing for something. One person
it creates the drama.
To make the drama, right?
Yeah.
So he was basically the person that made the drama. So that's what it is.
And I mean, if you had put Martin Luther King with
Malcolm X,
with Malcolm X, or even Stokely Carmichael in a movie together, there was gonna be drama. You know what I'm saying? Right. They had two totally different views of how to reach the same goal.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And in this movie too, they had two different views, but they had a common goal.
Right. A common goal, but two different ways that they went about it.
And we see the same right now. Like with one of my leaders I look up to right now, Michael Eric Dyson and Brother West, Cornel West. They beefing, it's always been that drama, but we just have to learn how to work through it, and because we have a common goal, and that's to get ourselves out of this bondage that we're in right now.
And I feel like if we could just, like you said, alleviate that separation, that disconnection, it will, you know what I'm saying? Like we could be so powerful, but I feel like that disconnection will remain because they know, like, if we unite, it would be ridiculous. The power, the strength that we will have, it just will be. They don't want to see that day. But like you said you said it in 2 different episodes, but you said it in your My Skin is Black episode. This right here is a prime example of what you were speaking about, of Black people coming together and supporting each other, like what we can do. Like the fact that everybody kind of like went out to support the movie instead of everybody got Fire Stick. You know what I'm saying? And stuff like that. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Instead of sitting back and like, yo, I'm going to watch it on my Fire Stick. Just to see the love and the support that everybody had going out there, getting dressed up, whether they wore dashiki, they wore all black, whatever they did, however they wanted to do it. It just felt so good seeing us come together in a positive light. Yeah. Even the movie, positive, showing Black people as royalty. Yeah. You know, that was like,
and I think that's why the movie was so important. Right. Because it showed us as kings and queens. Right. It showed us as scientists. It showed us as not savages. Right. Not living as savages. It showed us as living in civilization. Right. On the top level. Yep. The way that it was originally. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't get it twisted, man. That's how we were pre-slavery. Yes. That's how it was. I mean, they didn't go to Africa to get slaves because there was no slaves. When they went to Africa, they got scientists, they got doctors, they got lawyers, they got teachers, they got educated people and turned them into slaves. You know what I'm saying? One of my favorite movie that came out last year, Birth of a Nation.
I gotta watch that.
Yo, you didn't see that yet?
No.
I didn't see it.
Don't y'all judge me. I have to see it. I was so conflicted because of what they were saying about the guy that directed it.
So my thing is this: he's been a movie star this whole time, right? Never before have they brought up any allegations between him and a woman before. Right. Not until he makes the story of Nat Turner, who led the bloodiest slave revolt in American history. Because you know, white America doesn't want us to see these things or have knowledge of these instances. You know what I'm saying? That's when they want to bring up these allegations, man, to discredit the guy and to they don't want people to go out in support, because remember when the movie came out, they telling them, yo, the movie's sold out, but people snuck in anyways. The movie theater's empty, no one's in there. Wow. You know what I'm saying? So this, and the thing is, he was acquitted of the
charges. Because he had one on. I heard about it because he went on The Breakfast Club. Yeah. So that's how I, heard about, the allegations. Yeah. So I mean, and I was saying that to say what I can't remember what I brought up. But you said one of the illest movies. Yeah, that's you.
One of my favorite movies was Birth of a Nation, and I was gonna make a correlation between the two, but I can't remember. I lost my train of thought. But it's good.
Why you messed him up?
Because I was trying to tell. Okay, I'm sorry.
It will pop up again.
Yeah, but so what about the people that didn't go out and see it? Now I'm gonna have to be honest. My kids, because I was like, y'all don't want to see this movie. I want to, take you to see the movie. And my daughter was like, I don't want to see it. Really? She was like, I don't really want to see it. And I was like, why not? She was like, it wasn't made by a black person. Why would I want to see it? It was made by a white person. Why would I want to see something that was not made by us?
Wait, I thought the director was black.
No.
Nah. No. And so this morning, I'm watching the news, and they interviewing this guy. I took the video on my phone, but I was like, wow, look at the real beneficiary of the movie though.
Right.
Yeah, we happy to see these actors make it big. We happy to see that we came out, but at the end of the day, we supporting the beneficiaries are really they don't look like us.
So who this Ryan Coogler?
Okay, is that him right there?
What you mean?
Is this a picture of Ryan Coogler?
Is it or is it not? This is the director of Black Panther, Ryan Coogler.
Okay.
31 years old from Oakland.
Okay.
He is also
Ryan Coogler is black.
Yeah, he's black. He was out when I was at the gym today. I started back at the gym, y'all. So when I was at the gym today, he was talking about it. Because right now the reason why they was talking about it is like they were giving hope to other, black directors out there because.
So where do we get the whole rumor from that is white? Because I felt like I've seen that somewhere too that they were.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
Yeah,
Ryan Coogler was a black dude.
Yeah. He was on the news today.
So all right, so Hasbro is about to bank off of this right here, and
he did Fruitville and Creed. But go ahead.
Very true.
And Creed.
So that's a dude.
Yeah.
And he's about to do Creed number 2.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm about to do some digging on that.
I
almost felt like I heard a couple people say.
Nah, that's what made it even more great because the director was black.
Right
and I don't know if you have seen, James also had put a post because he's saying that he's paving the way for other black directors. Right. So yeah, the dude is black that directed the movie, and that's when I also was looking at, because ever since it came out, I've just been looking at different ideas. I hate that we use my phone as the record because I can't really dig through to get to all the information that I have been researching, but also that the attire, like they made sure that the movie down to the hair, the costumes, everything was like Afrocentric. You know what I'm saying? All the women were natural hair or bald. They said no hot combs or perms on set. Everybody had
like the Angela Bassett. She had her little dreads.
Yes, at all.
And yo, I don't know if y'all realize this. And yo, no shots, right?
Mm-hmm.
But my girl, when the three of them had to go into the club, she was shooting shots at her the weave. She was like, "Yo, what was this? What was this trash or whatever on my head, whatever?"
Oh,
She was shooting shots.
Like, what is this? I need to take this off.
Yes, I caught that
because they say that that's a European thing.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? No shots. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, he coming for you, Ty. He coming for you. You come
I love you, man. I'm never confused, man.
I did say today my name was Kelly. I was like, I do love you, little Kelly.
Yeah. But yeah, man. But that was ill. And another thing too, everyone was dark skinned.
Yes.
Everybody was dark skinned in the movie, man.
The whole black cast.
Yeah. You
know what I'm saying? But what was that dude, the other bad guy? Because when I sent the picture, because Talene ain't know nothing about Black Panther neither. And she was like, "Ma," I texted her, I was like, "You want to see Black Panther?" She was like, "Yeah." She was like, "What is it?" I sent her the little picture and I said, "All black cast," you know what I'm saying? She's talking about, "Yeah, but I see that white guy." So that guy, he was white? The other bad guy that they killed?
Yeah.
Or whatever. But I think he was the only white face in the movie.
Nah, the other dude that was with
T'Challa. That was there, they had him.
Oh yeah. The office, the FBI agent.
Yeah.
But still, that all black cast, it was so dope. It just felt so good seeing everybody up there like that, like yo, and they just was strong. It was no negative. As far as like, you know what I'm saying, we were strong. The women were strong.
Yeah.
We stood up.
They did. They made the women like. I was saying, you see how they made the women. I said, you see how he had is women for the backup, like the soldiers, rather than men.
Right.
And it was gangster. And I was like, well, that's the message too.
And then how his sister, you know what I'm saying, was his right hand. Right. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like when he did that scene with the car, that was so dope to me. When she was driving the car from the lab,
right?
And he was, I was like, yo, that was so dope. But it was like, yo, he needed help. He went right for his sister. I liked how they showed that family. You know what I'm saying? That family bond. Yo,
so y'all can go watch it again? Because you have to watch a movie about 1 to 2, like movies like this. You watch it one time.
I watched it twice already.
You did?
Oh, you did?
I went last night and the night before.
I said
I need to see it again.
The first time you watch it just for the action. The second time you gotta watch it like
you got
like the message. The third time you go watch it is like really pay attention to other details.
Right.
Like that.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna see it again because
I'm gonna go see it next Saturday coming up. I was gonna see it this Saturday. No, next Saturday.
Next Saturday.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm gonna see what's going on. But I do want to see it again because that joint right there, it just was so. It was awesome.
It was a good movie. It was good.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to tell my daughter to watch it now since the director's black.
Taleen loved it. Taleen and Sky went with me and they both loved it. Sky was in there cheering it on as they was fighting and it was good.
Yeah, I want to shouts to Winston Duke, man, who played M'Baku. You know, I gotta shout out my Trini people and all that.
Yeah.
I mean, he's really from Tobago. Same thing, Trinidad and Tobago. Shouts to him. And I don't know if you recognized the sister.
No, where is she from?
She's Guyanese. She's I don't know if you are familiar with a show called Top Boy. It's an English show that I used to watch. It's from England. It's like the English version of The Wire.
Never heard of it.
Yo, that's my show right there. She was from there. I recognize her from there.
Wow.
Yeah, the whole thing was dope. The cast, I never seen her, so I was wondering who is she and where is she from.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. But yo, so I remember what I was going for when you cut me off.
I'm sorry. Okay.
Yeah, I'm saying about Birth of a Nation, right? And I was just talking about the greatness of Africa before slavery, and remember too, the Europeans weren't the first to come to invade or try to infiltrate Africa. Before them was the Arabs and the Asians, right? But Africa was always great, and that's why people had such an infatuation with the place. And you know, we are told and we are taught. We are conditioned to believe that that is otherwise.
Right.
So, Nat Turner, his mother, there's written accounts of her when she gets here from Africa, because his mother came from Africa.
Mm-hmm.
She's like, when she gets here, she's depressed because she's like, yo, what kind of place is this?
Right.
Like, what the hell is this? Because she was used to something so much grander, so much greater.
Right.
And not that she was just because she was a slave, but just the place itself.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And there's also speculation that she might have even have been a queen. From whatever part of Africa that she was from. Yeah.
So that was the correlation?
I was just trying to, you know, because I was talking about the grandness of Africa.
Right.
And I wanted to mention that.
Wow. I mean, the movie was just so dope.
So who's your favorite character?
I think I even though he was supposed to be portrayed as the bad guy Killmonger, I don't know, I really liked him.
Yeah, that was my dude.
I really liked him.
Tasha, how about you?
Of course, I like the guy that played Black Panther. Like that was to me, he's the main character, so that's what I like. I mean, I really wasn't. I just felt what's his name? Killmonger. I felt him because I just felt like he was the voice for our black people now.
Right.
But otherwise than that, shoot, I wanted him to get his butt beat. I did. I mean, I didn't want the main character. I was kind of sad.
No, I didn't want
when
neither
the main
one to
character
die.
got like I was like, oh my God.
I didn't want neither one to die. I just really wish that
they came together.
They came together.
That's what I thought.
That's what I wanted.
I thought it was
and they
come
were
together,
to
but you
wreak
know
havoc.
that's a movie though.
But at the end of the day, we don't know if he's dead because they can still heal him.
Yeah.
I think the king is going to heal him,
back
and because I feel like when they were talking, like when they connected at the end, like how you saying about Martin Luther King and X,
yeah.
I feel like they were connecting at the end where T'Challa was already from the door when he realized who he was. He felt him. And I feel like Killmonger, he wasn't trying to feel nobody at the time, but I feel like towards the end, it was a connection there. And I feel like
he was trying to get to
it. I feel like if they could
they would have squashed it
right
in there.
Squashed it.
But
I thought there was going to be a maturation process between the two of them.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
I thought there was going to be a revolution the same way as X and King.
Right.
We're changing.
Right.
I thought I was going to see the same with them and they just come out and wreak havoc together.
I feel like we don't know though because I feel like it's still
he
can still be healed because with the powers that they have, I feel like he can still be healed and they can have that revolution. That's what I would love to see happen. Because at this point, they kind of left it in the air. He died so quick, like, you know what I'm saying? He pulled it out and died. Like, I feel like at that point, T'Challa has time to just like, heal him. And I feel like if he bring him back to life, that gives them, he gonna look at it at like, yo, you could have just let me die.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I think if he didn't die, then that revolution that could,
And to remember, like he was so hurt about his father killing his brother, who was Killmonger's father.
Right.
So I think that and you're probably right. And number two, he's not gonna allow that to happen again.
Right.
Under his own hand.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah.
Because when he found out what his dad did, he was angry.
Yeah.
He was like, yo, that's family, son. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you killed him. Like, that's blood.
Yeah.
And then he felt bad, like, why didn't you bring him back? He even said it to him when he almost died. He was like, well, why didn't you bring him back?
Yeah.
Instead of leaving him there. That's why he angry. And I understand.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I feel like if he don't die, that,
we'll have to see if there's a part 2.
I hope so, because this movie was so epic.
Yeah.
They can't leave it like that. They gotta come back out with something else.
I'm gonna go watch it.
I just wish that they went a little bit harder with the politics of the movie, man. I think they should have been a little bit more revolutionary, a little bit, but for what it was entertaining. It was good.
And it's a comic.
Yeah.
So we have to also keep that into perspective.
Yeah.
That it was a comic.
So what y'all think about all these women putting on makeup, acting like they got beat up?
Oh yeah, I seen that. Like they saying, you seen it? Acting like they went to go see. You talking about the ones that saying they went to go see the Black Panther movie and they got beat up.
Caucasian women.
Yeah, I did. Yeah.
So they painting black eye, like it looked like a black eye, and they taking pictures and putting out there online saying
this one girl
they went
she
to
had
movie theater
red.
and these black people beat me up because they went to go see Black Panther.
Like why can't we have nothing? Why can't we have anything? Like I don't get it. Like every time we have something that's positive, it's like they just want to take away. Like, can we just be great? No. But that's why I feel like they will keep that disconnection because they know if we come together, the sky's the limit. Like, why they have to do that?
They needed some type of publicity or something.
We live in United States of America.
Exactly.
Amerikka. You know what I'm saying? That's where we live.
So listen, hey.
We live in America. That's what we gotta expect, man.
I ain't even gonna lie though, because when the movie first came out, I was like, man, I ain't going to see it on the first day. I'm not going to no movie theater on the first day.
In case anything pop off.
Yeah, because they probably like, oh, yeah, they think, okay, So I made sure on this. I'm like, listen, these people, you don't know people's mindsets nowadays. You know, and especially, you know how we are. Like you said, we can't have nothing great. So it's like, we bigging it up and we all smiling and cheesing. Meanwhile, you know, you got your haters out there. Your haters out there looking and watching like, come on, you know? So, I mean, but I see white people in there watching it too. Yeah. They want to watch it. I mean, especially people that's in the Marvel comics.
It was a Marvel movie.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, they watch it, you know. At the end of the day, I mean, we got to give love to them too, that they coming out to watch it.
Indeed.
You know?
Right.
So...
it's
not just for us. It's for
and
us,
it's not for and it's not everybody,
right?
You know what I'm saying?
Not just
but
certain people, but
I just feel like though sometimes they just have to always take away. Like we can't be proud. Like the minute we proud for something is a problem.
Yeah.
But
you know what I'm saying?
Feel good when you was walking out the movie.
Yes, I sure did.
I walked out of there like, oh, you know what I'm saying?
Did.
Felt like extra strong. Like yes, that's my people's right there.
So, Jason, because, you know, I be stumbling. So, like, somebody had post this. I do be stumbling. I don't want to stumble. But, like, somebody had post this. I don't know if this is a true statement. But just, you know what I'm saying? So, supposedly, this is what a white guy was saying.
So, what, you want me to read it?
Yeah.
Stupid white guy question. I'm familiar with Black Panther, the comic book hero, Prince of Wakanda, whose main export is vibranium, the kick-ass metal that's in Captain America's shield. I understand it is a mostly all African American cast. Why is this a major African movement? Again, stupid white guy who doesn't quite get it yet.
And then the person respond back.
So he's asking, why is it a major African movement? Okay.
So I guess the other, I'm assuming the guy is black or whoever they talking to. I don't know if this is a real conversation, but it says it's quite simple. It's our first big time black superhero movie. For once, we are not seen as slaves, criminals, or some sort of unsavory people. Superman, Batman, and Spidey are no big deal for you and your kids because the way America works, these characters are just reinforcing. Hold on, because they broke it up. I'm trying to see.
Reinforcing white excellence.
Okay, reinforcing white excellence. Black Panther is one of the few times in America that black kids see a superhero that looks like them. The children are our future. Then a person responds back and says, fair enough. Agreed that a Netflix series, Luke Cage, and TV show Black Lightning aren't enough. So,
yo, bunny people like that.
Yo,
you know what I'm saying? Who cares about this guy right here, man?
It's like all this stuff. It's like, why can't we be? Why is it a problem?
Yo, so he trying to pick and choose what we want to celebrate,
right?
Yo, that right there is white privilege, man.
That's what I'm saying. Like it burned me when I read it. I was like, yo, why can't we be like? Why can't we?
I can celebrate what I want to celebrate.
Exactly.
Whenever I want to celebrate it, whatever. Just relax.
You know everybody has their opinions, y'all. You know everybody has their opinions. Somebody's gonna have to say something.
But I mean, at the end of the day, the dude could really just want to know.
That's why he said.
Stupid white guy. Sometimes I feel like they know. Whatever.
And sometimes people really don't know for real. You know what I'm saying? So they just want to ask your opinion, and I know that they might feel uncomfortable. Mm-hmm. So it might come off a kind of ways, but it is what it is, man. But this was a very great Black History Month though.
Yes.
A very great Black History Month, man.
Had the movie come out.
Yeah, the movie. So let me ask you this. In light of Black History Month, and it's coming to a close very soon. And I hate the fact that Black History Month is so short.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And I mean, there's a lot of people say that America gave us the shortest month for Black History. It was a Black History Week. Carter G. Woodson, I think in 19, I can't remember the year, but he pushed for the Black History Week, and it became a month, and it just happened that it was in February. So shout to the ancestor right there. who's your favorite real life Black History hero?
Tasha, you go first.
Who's your favorite?
I think I was gonna say Nelson Mandela.
Mandela, wow, that's a great dude. Why?
Yeah. I always felt like he as you know when I think about
46664 was his
That's
prison
his
number.
prison number,
right?
Yeah.
I always think about like even though you've seen him as this, he kind of came across as this like. Like you look at me, just look like not a softy, but what's the word I'm looking for? Like he just was, had this innocence about simple, right?
Yeah.
But that man was, I don't know.
But you know he used to get it in. He was a revolutionary. Like he used to blow up places.
Really?
He used to plant bombs. Yeah, when he was younger, he was a real like a revolutionary.
Right. He just seemed so simple, but yet he was so
powerful.
Powerful, like
dude,
gangster
man.
to me.
Yeah.
So he's one of my favorites. Every time I could see his picture, it don't matter where it is. When I see him, just his little face, it just represents a lot. Like I just see like true black people when I see his face, like that fight, the fact that when he went to prison, how long he was in, it just was like I remember when
as a matter of fact, I remember a little kid watching the news in what was it, 1989?
Right.
When he came up.
Right.
I remember watching that. It was crazy.
It was crazy. That's what I was just saying. I remember when he came out. It's just like I don't know. That's my favorite person when I think about.
I was like 8 years
people.
old in '89. I remember that.
That's my favorite person when I think about Nelson Mandela.
That's a good one right there.
Mm-hmm.
I liked him too.
Nah, you can't.
Yo.
You can't have the same one, yo.
Why can't I have the same one? I can't have Mandela?
Nah, you can't take Mandela, yo. You gotta find
I gotta guard Marcus Garvey.
Okay.
Don't ask me nothing else after that.
Yo, he's one of my favorites, yo. That to me, and people probably hate this, but I feel like out of anybody in Black history that I know, he's the one to almost do the job. He was that one. You know what I'm saying? And I really respect him for that. Because he believed in, like, he was a real radical dude. So radical that he worked, and what a lot of people don't notice, that he worked with the Ku Klux Klan.
Oh.
He worked with them because the Ku Klux Klan and him had a similar goal, and that was separatism. You know what I'm saying? And personally, this whole, and I know y'all gonna look at me crazy, but this whole integration business, I ain't believing that.
Wait, what integration business?
When we were supposed in the I can't remember the court the case name right now, but integration, when King and them was fighting for integration for us to go to school with white kids and all that, and integrate and all that. I ain't believing that. I know y'all looking at me crazy right now. It's not that I don't believe in it, but I don't believe in it at the time that it happened.
And why not?
Because this is the result. Right now, this is the result of integration. Are we good?
I mean, we not.
We not good.
Not as strong
good.
as we should be.
Nah. I feel like, and that's the thing. Like when you look at X, when you look at Marcus Garvey, when you look at Stokely Carmichael, and a plethora of other heroes at that time, they went out for integration, because at that time we were not standing on our own 2 feet.
Yeah.
As a collective, as a whole. Now there were pockets of places that were doing great. For instance, Oklahoma, the city in Oklahoma that where they had Black Wall Street.
Right. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They were thriving. They were better than all the other white communities around them, and they couldn't take it. That's why the military and the police came and bombed Drop bombs on them, and that's where the Gap Band get that song from. They dropped a bomb on me. That's what that song is about. You know what I'm saying? But as a collective, though, I don't feel like we should have integrated until we could have stood on our own 2 feet,
right? And
then integrate if we chose to,
right? Yeah, that makes
sense.
So
the whole thing with Martin Luther King, when he spoke up, what's the whole thing behind? Because I'm hearing now a lot of people say, well, people be bigging up like Martin Luther King, but really, it's like he was kind of speaking like he had the white man speaking behind, like he was speaking
for the white,
right? And so, like you were saying, what made sense, like I'm listening to what you were saying earlier about towards the end. He started speaking like more because now he's like doesn't want to be controlled anymore,
right?
And that's why they killed him.
Right.
I don't think that Martin Luther King was any people like. I don't think he was speaking to us for the white man, for white people. I don't think he was doing that. I think he was speaking as what we believe Christianity is supposed to be. So I'm a Christian, right? However, I feel like the way we are taught Christianity is totally wrong. Right. In some instances, right? So I'm not the type of Christian where right now I'm in here with 2 women. If someone busts in this house, it's my job to protect you, right? It's not time to get down on my knees and pray.
Right.
If I have a gun on me, I'm praying to God help me shoot straight. And people hear me talk like that, and they're like, you're kind of wild. But in the Bible itself, there's instances where God tells people, you have to have a sword.
Yeah,
right.
You have to have a sword. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
there's instances in the Bible where God tells his people to go slaughter the whole, kill man, woman, and child. And I'm not trying to say I'm about killing, no.
Right.
But
you protect
I just feel like the way that we're taught Christianity is totally wrong, man. Like faith without work is dead.
Yep, that's true.
You have to act.
Yep.
You gotta act, man.
And that's I think I forgot his name, but he was talking about it the other day. Like a lot of people pray and they expect God to just happen.
Right.
But he was just saying the same thing. You have to
put in work.
You have to pray for it. And then you have to put in the work. And if you don't do your half, you're never going to see that blessing.
Right.
Some people do feel like, I'm just going to pray. And they don't make no actions towards whatever it is they praying for. They just sit back and wait. And then when God don't bless them, they feel like, God, let me down. Or there is no God because he didn't provide this or he didn't give that. But meanwhile, you sitting on your butt and just expecting. You have to go out there and you have to do.
Yeah. And so I just think that when King was teaching, I just think that he was teaching based on the way that we are taught Christianity.
Right.
And it wasn't until he started telling us to hit America in his pockets, which America's about their money, man. Once he started telling us to hit America in their pockets, that's when he had to go.
When you brought up the Oklahoma,
yeah,
and the Black Wall Street, do you think that we could ever get back there? And if we do you think there will be repercussions?
I mean,
don't skip it. No.
I don't think that America is ever willing to allow true black greatness. I don't think that's what America wants.
Nope.
That's true.
I don't think so.
Do so many people out here hustling, trying to really doing it though?
No doubt, but individuals.
I guess.
Individuals.
But as a group, as
a whole. I mean, you have DC, you have Atlanta.
Because I feel like they starting to come up.
Yeah, but last time I went to DC, I'm seeing gentrification right around Howard University.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? Around Howard University is turning white now. You know what I'm saying? So I went to Howard University and HBCU, the black mecca of when it comes to colleges in this country for black people, and right now HBCUs are going through a thing where a lot of the students are non-black. So now the conversation now is whether to still call it or consider it an HBCU.
Wow.
And I think that's garbage, man.
Wow.
Wow.
That's crazy.
Yeah. And I'm not saying that we need to exclude people. Nah, don't exclude anyone. But we have to always remember. Remember, because when our kids, like my cousin, and shouts to her, she just got accepted into Yale.
I was just gonna say that, and Harvard now, so it's the same thing, because they feel like.
But watch this. These black people going to Harvard and Yale and all these schools, they're catching hell when they get there.
Right. I was just gonna say that.
They're catching hell.
Should they feel the same way? Knowing that mostly the most population of those schools are white.
Yeah.
Right. And then here come now all these black. Because I'm seeing a lot of people now, black people in Harvard now, Yale, they stepping their game up. So they may look at it like, where you guys think you going? I mean.
But you gotta remember though, the reason why HBCUs were created was so that black kids could go to school.
Right.
All this time, Caucasian kids had all their schools to go to, and we didn't have a place for us to be educated.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So that was the purpose of the HBCU.
Right.
Okay.
And now they're trying to make it
water it down. Let me stop.
I mean, I guess
trying to throw it.
I guess you want to call gentrification in the colleges now.
I ain't never looked at it like that, but real talk.
Yeah.
That's what it is. Yeah.
So, but I guess we just gotta keep supporting each other.
Yes.
Keep, like I said earlier with Black
race
Panther.
First, like I always say, race
first. And we just gotta keep supporting each other, keep pushing, and hopefully there'll be a change. I don't think the world is ready for that change if it was to ever happen.
I mean, there will be a change, period.
But do you think the change will be a benefit to us?
There's going to be a change.
You feel Facts. That? You feel that coming?
Facts. There's going to be a change.
When Jesus comes.
There's going to be a change.
Okay.
And that's facts, period.
But the change, is it going to be beneficial to us?
Indeed.
Okay.
How you know this, Jason?
Yo, that's another episode right there.
Oh. All right,
part 2, y'all.
Part 2. But thanks so much for listening. Now we're gonna do y'all got your black
I got my shout out.
Okay, we're gonna do our black business shout out. I'm gonna do my brother, Kerry. He is a barber in New Jersey. So if anybody listening that's from Jersey, check him out. His Instagram is I Am Made Men, and it's IAMMADEMEN. I Am Made Men. He's located in 49 Harrison Ave, West Orange, New Jersey. Check out his Instagram. Check him out for them dope cuts. He's out there doing his thing. He has his own shop. Kerry, I'm proud of you. Keep your head up. Keep doing what you're doing. I seen other day you had you did cuts for, I think, honor roll students. I Am Made Man. We promote success to the youth. Honor roll free haircut challenge. So keep doing your thing. I'm proud of you. Check them out in New Jersey. Who next?
Yo, I know this is Black Business Shout Out. The person I'm about to shout out right now is not a black individual, but he is an individual, man. He one of the probably the coolest individual that I met since I moved here to Orlando, Florida, man. It's my man. We used to work together. We were former co-workers. His name is Thomas Duffy. And as a matter of fact, this is one of the guys that I would love to have on this show to interview. He has a crazy story of his fight. Like, my man is tenacious. His fight to keep his daughters.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I would love for him to come on here and tell his story. But because of his fight, he is now he's now looking at book deals. He's because of his fight to keep his daughters, he's now enrolled himself into law school.
Oh wow!
Did you tell me about him?
Well, I've been posting some of his videos on Facebook.
Okay.
I think you did tell him.
Like when I say my man right here is such an inspiration, like hands down, like one of my inspirations right now in life. You know what I'm saying? You could go on Facebook. I'm not sure if Thomas has a IG, but on Facebook, if you check out Thomas Duffy, THOMAS Duffy DUFFY. My man has a crazy story. Check out his videos. And at the end of the day, society's saying that men are not trying to be in the kid's life. Mm-hmm. He's a testament that is not even true. You know what I'm saying? Check out Thomas Duffy, THOMAS DUFFY on Facebook. And I hope to have him here on the show to give his story.
Yes. You ready, Tosh?
Dang, how am I come after you now?
Right.
No, okay, so we gotta support our people. So I have here for this episode Andy, which is Andrew. Actually, he used to live in the Florida area. I believe he still is in the Florida area, but he does taxes, so it's still around that tax season time. Yeah. So if you guys have any. Yes, he is Haitian. Yeah, Jason, stop knowing everybody, man.
I know this guy right here, man.
Yeah, knowing everybody. But yes, he if you have any questions or anything about tax preparation, or just you want to get your taxes done, you definitely want to hit up Andy, the Handy Tax Guy, is what he has on Instagram. Also, you can go to www.handytaxguy.com if you need to call. Just to get a free estimate. His number is 1-888-508-2212. Again, that's Andy, the Handy Tax Guy, and it's 1-888-508-2212, and that's www.handytaxguy.com.
Yes. So that is our, I guess, Black business shout out for this week. Yeah. And for everybody that's seen Black Panther, Wakanda forever.
Wakanda forever.
Thanks for listening, guys. We love you.
Peace.
Peace out.